What's up guys, it's ALLDAYANTHONY and welcome back to the RSX vlog that you hopefully know and hopefully still love, because in today's video, we're going back to the year 2005. Let's go. Alright guys, welcome back to an Acura RSX Type S special feature where today we are highlighting what could be one of the lowest mileage DC5s in the country. Now, longtime subscribers might be getting a little bit of deja vu, and if you are, you might be onto something, because this Acura RSX Type S is actually owned by my friend Gabe, who also had at one time a 2000 Honda Civic EX coupe in the same silver with ridiculously low mileage. That vehicle had something like 30,000 miles, and guess what? This vehicle is setting the same trend, but with even lower mileage. This 2005 Acura RSX Type S has 17,000 original miles. Holy freaking crap. Now this car has quite the cool story. I'm gonna get to that here in just a minute, but today what I wanna do is highlight this on the channel because it deserves to be seen by all of you. This is essentially a brand new 2005 RSX Type S that looks new, smells new, feels new, and honestly is an experience that many of us never got to see in person in 2005. So today we're going to be highlighting the exterior of the car, the interior of the car, and then of course going for a drive and giving you guys my thoughts and feedback. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump into the story of this awesome car. Alright, so the story of this car is a short story, and a story that I'll probably kick myself about for the next several years, but I'm going to tell it anyways. So do you guys remember a few months ago when I bought a 235cc Honda Super Grom? Awesome little bike. Well, the previous owner of that bike had a brother, and that brother owned this vehicle right here. So the old owner of the Grom, Paul, told me about his brother who had this car sitting in his garage for many, many years. The brother worked from home and barely ever drove this thing and said that he was finally ready to part ways with it. Well, when he started telling me about the car, I was like, okay, you know, another RSX Type S. I don't really need another car. And he goes, well, Anthony, hold on. It has really low mileage. And I was like, well, like what? What are we talking? 80,000, 90,000, 100,000? And he goes, oh no, like I think it's really, really low. So I asked for more information about the car from his brother. And when he got back to me, he confirmed that this car had 17,000 original miles. And when he told me that, I literally crapped my pants. But unfortunately, here's the kicker. When I heard about the car, when he told me he was selling it, when he told me the price, I happened to be kind of in the worst position to add another car to the fleet. I had just gotten the Grom. A few months prior to that, I just bought the Raptor, and I was completely out of room. So I heard the information and immediately began scrambling, right? How could I either sell my black Type S? How could I get rid of one car and replace it with this car and have this car in the garage? And it was honestly a mess because I was also about to go on a trip, and I'm like, no way. This is the worst timing for room, space, time, money, everything. So I started asking my friends, I said, hey, who can buy this car? And one of the first people that came to mind was my friend Gabe, who had sold his 2000 Honda Civic EX just recently within that last year. And Gabe was like, man, is this something I should buy? And I go, Gabe, if you don't buy this, I will never forgive you. I mean, please, somebody needs to buy this to keep it in the family or whatever we can do to preserve this car. And he was really the best person to come to mind. So needless to say, he went and checked it out with his dad. They both fell in love with the car. It all ended up working out, and they ended up purchasing it. And the whole thing was insane because this car, again, all original, all VINs matching, no accidents, no issues with it whatsoever. It has all the original paperwork. It's got the original sticker for the side window. It's got the original booklets, the pamphlets, all the maintenance records that came with it. I mean, it's only has 17,000 miles, so there wasn't a lot, but it was just absolutely freaking mind-blowing. So needless to say, this car is now owned by my friend Gabe as of 4 months ago. I am green with envy. I am so freaking jealous. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into the exterior of the car, kind of talk about the features, talk about the condition of it, and then we'll jump into the interior. All right, so for the exterior here, to remind you guys, this is a 2005 Acura RSX Type S DC5. This is the 2005 to 2006 updated facelift model with the different front bumper and the different headlights, the different motor, as well as the different rear bumper and rear taillights and spoiler. Also the wheels as well. So this is going to look different than the 02 to 04. The 05 to 06 honestly is my preference if I had to choose, hence why I have an 05. But I do think that this is probably the best looking RSX Type S, the best looking DC5 out there, minus a Type R, obviously with the spoiler. So taking a look here at the front, there is not a rock chip on this thing. So when Gabe bought it, it actually had a half PPF job going up the hood here. And when we saw that, we were kind of concerned because again, when you go to remove PPF, you might have a fade line for the color. But this car has been garaged for the last 20 years. So when he took the PPF off, it was absolutely perfect. Not a scratch, not a ding, not a rock chip, nothing. The paint is in literal perfect condition. Coming down to the front bumper here, also had PPF on it from the factory, and when taking that off, also revealed that it was in perfect condition. Technically, actually, it has one small chip right here. That's it. Just that one chip. That's all there is. What's crazy is that Acura didn't even drill into the front bumper like they normally do when they mount the license plate bracket. So there's no hole here, which is also a massive score. But just look at that. Headlights. Absolutely perfect. Now coming around to the side here, obviously the metallic flake in the silver is going to be popping. It's very, very bright. But the wheels here, original 5 spokes from the 2005-2006 in killer shape. All of the original mud guards on all 4 corners there in perfect shape. Rear bumper also in such good shape. I think that the exhaust here needs to be polished up just a little bit, but besides that, I mean, it's pretty much perfect. Taillights here are in perfect condition. Normally these are a fishbowl at least at some point in their life when the gaskets fail, but those are absolutely clear and perfect. All of the original badging here on the back, just insane to see a car like this, not just a tuner car, but just a survivor of the last 20 years in this good a condition. It's just crazy. I'm like totally nerding out about this. It's got all the original low emission vehicle stickers on it. It's got the original roadside assistance sticker on it, the security sticker on it. That's crazy. Look at this. All the original trim, all the weather strips in perfect condition. The top here is perfect. All right, next up is the interior. Are you guys ready to lose your mind? Check this out. This is a blast from the freaking past, man. 2005, 17,000 original miles. This is the nicest RSX Type S interior I have ever seen. The door panels, take a look at these. Right? This isn't lifting, right? This isn't peeling off. Not a single scratch on them, in perfect condition. The seats. Oh my God, the seats. This is one of the worst parts of any Acura RSX Type S, and these seats are in perfect condition. I can't believe it. This is the holy grail for me. Seats are so much to me. I mean, they make such a big difference that it's just insane to see the bolsters in such good condition, no wear, no major creases, nothing. Just incredible. The steering wheel, also a major wear point on these cars, also in insanely good condition, right? No chunks of leather ripping off or anything like that. All the original switches, looks amazing. And then he's got the original rubber floor mat, so this car did have the full rubber floor mat set, and then the original carpet mats are in the trunk. But just look at that. Just incredible. Will never forgive myself. I'm sorry about the lighting. I know it's kind of harsh right here, but trust me when I say that this is just amazing looking in person. So flipping that forward here, rear seats have never been sat in. Perfect condition as well. Perforations, all of that. Rear mat here, still dark grayish black. Struts on the hatch. Lifts up like new. So I have kind of my stuff here, a couple bottles in here for the video shoot, but all the original mats there underneath, brand new. I'm not gonna lift everything up right now, but you guys kind of get the point. What's also crazy is that the original owner never removed the original sunshade. So this has never been taken off before, not once. It's all still perfectly clipped into place, which I think is hilarious. But that just goes to show that this car was not driven. Look at that. No surface rust there at the hatch. Just crazy. Wow, I didn't even have to slam it because that's how new this is. Now, if the exterior hasn't impressed you and the interior hasn't impressed you, then the engine is sure going to impress you. So let's go ahead and pop the hood here of the DC5 to show off that K20 Z1. Holy crap. It's a new car. Original strut tower braces here. Fluids are looking a little dark. Probably could be serviced with the brake fluid. Probably should be serviced with the brake fluid. Power steering over here. Crazy to see a power steering pump that is not leaking. That's kind of wild. All this over here, all the zinc coating, right, is still on every single bolt. That's insane. That's just insane to me. Valve cover is in perfect condition. This is in perfect condition. Original insulator. Do you guys think I made the biggest mistake ever? You guys can be honest with me. I already know I did. Just crazy. All right, keys in hand here. We are ready to go for a drive. Let's go ahead and do a quick little start up here just to show you guys mileage. Keys in. Clutch. The clutch is featherweight. My car feels like I am pressing into a bag of 100-pound sand. Anyway, there we go. Just to remind myself of my mistake. 17,000 original miles. Insane. Such a nice feedback on it when new. I still think that the shift knob's kind of jank on these cars. Truthfully, I kind of hate the stock shift knob, but it does feel really good. E-brake, sunroof, everything works here, so I can even crack the sunroof, open it up, close it. Again, feels like new. All right, so if I didn't hate myself enough, let's go ahead and give this thing a drive and give you guys my driving thoughts. It's like I'm sitting in my car without really sitting in my car. AC here blows ice cold. How this drives is insane. Get on it just a little bit. Oh wow. Oh wow. The VTEC crossover is almost inaudible. I didn't even know that was in VTEC. I felt it pull a little bit harder, but I truthfully did not know when the crossover happened because I was looking at the road ahead of me. That's so crazy. Because, I mean, any Honda nowadays, right, I mean, has an intake on it, so you're gonna hear the crossover really audibly. But with this car having the stock airbox on it and valves that are probably still properly adjusted, you just really don't hear the crossover. Now, as far as how the suspension feels on this car, I think it feels pretty good. It feels tight, but again, these cars came with the McPherson strut design from the factory when Honda basically updated all their design with that EM2 chassis, and it still sucked. Not as good as the double wishbone, will never be as good as a double wishbone. You can try to make it better, but this car still feels relatively stiff, and I think they kind of made it feel that way. Due to the, you know, kind of crap suspension design. I don't know, slight bumps here and there, I kind of feel it, but it's not horrible. So I think the original owner of this car stored this thing in the best way possible. I think he was smart enough to go and take it for a drive when needed, smart enough to be able to cycle out gas as needed so it wasn't sitting for long periods of time, and then of course storing it in a controlled environment with a good temperament like we have here in Idaho. That was basically the key to keep this car preserved and in the shape that it is, because I thought there would at least be something wrong with the car, right? Old gas, injectors being clogged, bad oil, something, right? But nothing. Now, Gabe's Civic did have a special place in my heart because, again, I love Honda Civics, so driving that really felt like I was going back in time. This still feels like that, but things were a little bit more refined, right, in those mid-2000s, right? Honda had improved in quite a different ways with their cars, and I think that this still has enough crossover from the golden era of Hondas, but also with a little bit of that new kind of feel to still make it feel relevant. Because whenever I sit in my RSX, it doesn't feel like an old car to me because I got the updated double din, I got the Type R steering wheel on there, and I don't know, just a few things I've done on the interior still make it feel like somewhat modern. This car definitely has that blend of crossover, and what's also cool too is that this has the original Bose subwoofer in the spare tire well, which is also awesome. All right, so I think we're gonna get on it right here. This is probably the best spot for me to do it. Been trying to find a good spot, and I think that this is going to be it right here. I'm gonna wait for this guy to go, and then we'll go ahead and do a pull and take this thing to, we'll probably take it a red line. I don't think we're gonna bounce off limiter, but here we go. Yep, there's 8100. Crazy. It is crazy how inaudible the VTEC is. That's so weird to me. Again, it feels like I'm driving my car without really driving my car because I'm anticipating that crossover. I'm anticipating that like drama, but you just get a really smooth transition. Yeah, so the suspension here, right? So I'm turning, right? I'm getting a decent amount of body roll from it. The seats do you a lot of favors in this car with fixing the body roll because they hug you so well that it kind of prevents you from really noticing that. But with these seats, the RSX seats are amazing from the factory. These seats with just better suspension, and I wouldn't go down the path that I went down because I don't know if I'm 100% happy with my suspension, but better suspension with these seats is a good driving experience. VTEC again. There's 8100. Yeah. Inaudible. Still fun. Still pulls you. But you gotta have an intake on a K series. You have to. My mouth is watering right now. Wow. I can't believe it. This is a new car and it feels so awesome. Now, some of you probably are wondering, Anthony, where's your RSX at? Where's the black one at? We haven't seen it on the channel in a while. Well, good news, because I swapped Gabe, my car, for his for the day. I wish it could be in real life, but for the day, and he is on his way here in the car. So I want to get his thoughts on my car, get his feedback, because he's never driven my car, nor has he experienced VTEC with an intake, and I think it's going to ruin him. I think he's actually going to hear and feel what I feel and compare it to what I just felt here, and I think he's gonna crap his pants, and I wanna see his reaction. So we should see him here in just a minute, so I'll let you know when he's on his way. It's always so weird seeing your car get driven by somebody else. Well, what do you think?
Pretty dang fun.
Do you notice the difference when you're hitting VTEC?
It's snappy. It's very snappy.
Do you hear the crossover?
Yeah.
The very loud, audible VTEC.
Yeah. Intake?
Yeah, intake. Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you like that?
I like it.
It's fun, huh?
It's way different driving an RSX Type S that has been slightly modified versus one that hasn't. In my garage, it looks mighty nice.
Does it look? Did it look nice with the
Dude,
spoiler?
It looked really nice.
So what?
Yeah.
So I kind of told people that with this car it makes it kind of tough because modification-wise, there's not a whole lot that makes sense to do on a car that's this much of a unicorn. But if you were to do one thing, what would be the thing?
A spec wing. Yeah.
What a lucky guy you are. It's
I
like
know.
it's like somebody told you about this car and said, "Hey, you should buy this," and you know, then you did, and you know, then that person's really jealous.
All day Anthony coming in clutch with the save. And I'm assuming you told him the whole story, right?
I told him the whole story and how
And I wasn't gonna buy it. That's the thing. I was like,
forced you to. I said you have to.
So you humored me. You're like, you need to go check it out. So I went and checked it out, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And I know. Nobody believed me when I said, hey, you guys have to buy this. It's an investment.
The hardest part was calling home and saying, hey, we have too many cars, but we're going to have one more to add. That was the hardest part.
My hard part was I had just bought in a car and I had just gotten another motorcycle, and there was no way I could do it. All right, guys, so that is going to be a wrap for today's video, and I hope you guys really enjoyed it, because this car right here is truly a treasure to the DC5 community, and I want to give a special shout out to Gabe for letting me film it here, and also a shout out to myself for giving him the heads up to buy this thing. I am jealous forever, and I hate you. And anyways, awesome car, like brand new. For everybody else, hopefully you're excited to see my RSX here on the channel. I know it's been a while since we've had it on here, and so seeing them both next to each other is super, super awesome. So as always, if you guys love the Honda content and you love All K Anthony, please make sure to give me a big thumbs up, subscribe down below for more, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. It's All Day Anthony. Peace. I feel like I cheated on this thing. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's VTEC right there.